you're looking for some everyday shelfer whiskeys to kind of grab a hold of to drink in 2024, here's our list. Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we are going to talk about best everyday whiskeys, ryes, bourbons that are available in 2024 that should probably be go-tos for you because they are for us.
Yep. And we're going to give you a lot. Like, I think I got I have like 15 over there. And then we're going to talk about other ones too. So
we're not going to spend a lot of time on any of them. We're just going to kind of like put them out, let you see them, talk about them for a second, and then move on to the next one.
Sure. With all that being said, first off, hit that like, subscribe, notifications button. Put in the comments below if we missed something, if we should have not added something to the list.
Yep.
Whatever your thoughts are, go ahead and put it down there. Appreciate you guys. But something we are going to do, there's a lot of whiskeys and ryes and bourbons that we talk about a lot and how great it is.
Yeah.
You should see a beautiful B-roll video just kind of going through right now where when we're sitting here talking about it, we obviously recognize that all these are great.
Yeah.
We're leaving them off because we've talked about them so much and we're trying to give you all some new stuff to think about or to look at trying.
And even in our list, you're going to see some things that we've talked about before. It is what it is. Like sometimes you just can't get away from duplicating. So
yeah, 1,000%.
So here we go. Number one on the list.
And these are in no particular order.
No, they're not in any particular order, but we'll go ahead and pull this one out. This is the Green River Rye. This is the newest release from Green River.
Newest bottle we have on.
Yep.
Period.
Yep, the newest bottle we have, and it is great.
It is delicious.
When it comes out in full mass production, which it's probably there, they're just sitting in some places waiting to put them on shelves. Pick it up. It's worth it.
I can't even begin to explain to you guys, if this isn't a top 3 whiskey probably out there for everyday whiskey, it's definitely number 1. Like, if it's not top 3, then it has to be number 1. Like, that's just how I'm looking at it.
Good stuff.
All right?
Yep, really good stuff. Next on the list is Benchmark. We've talked a lot about Benchmark in the past, but we usually talk about, it's not really the foolproof, it's what's the one we normally, is it the?
I talk about, I think I like foolproof and you like single barrel more.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
So I like the foolproof more because for me, I don't think there is a better cheap foolproof or around this price point foolproof whiskey that you can find that matches the quality of it.
Yeah, that's probably true.
So, I thought about adding Buffalo Trace to the list as well. But I know once I do, people are going to be upset about that. We have stacks upon stacks of it sitting around here right now.
Yeah.
So if that's not in your area, try to find this. I think it's a really, not only a good substitute, I think it's in some ways a better substitute.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Number 3 on the list is Redwood Empire. We talk about them all the time.
You drink it all the time.
I do drink it all the time. I just think that from a price point of everyday whiskey, you don't get much better than this.
I would. It's really hard to find something outside of the state of Kentucky that is this good, cheap. Well, I don't want to say cheap, but like reasonably priced. That is also findable.
Yes.
I think it's pretty readily available.
Yes.
So.
This one is the most available in our area. Pipe Dream is the most available. Whether we like it or not, it is.
Yeah, sure.
I have the other ones, but that one's the most readily available.
Agreed.
Number 4 on our list is another one that we have really fell in love with, actually, is still Austin. This is the straight rye whiskey. If the Green River is the best rye on the list, this would be probably second or third on the list.
It's definitely top 3.
Yeah, it's definitely top 3. This is like blew me away how much I like this.
I agree.
And still, Austin, you're doing great stuff. Continue to do great stuff. We love it.
I think it's fantastic. We did this review. We have some more review of Still Austin stuff. We're going to put it all out the same week. But thoroughly surprised, really enjoyed this. And for the fact how young it is, it's also Texas whiskey, which I've not traditionally been the biggest fan of. I think this stuff's fantastic.
And affordable. That's
and
the
affordable.
thing. And
that is always true. The good thing is, we're getting ready to probably talk about the most expensive bottle on the list, but they're all pretty reasonably affordable.
They are. They really are. This is the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Rye. Again, I don't know what else to say about it. It's just good.
Top 3 rye on our list.
Yeah, top 3.
Because we only got 3.
So good.
It's fantastic.
What is it, 79? Is this one? Are these 79? 69 to 79 bucks, I think.
It's around 60, 70 bucks around here for us, but don't hold me to that. Sorry, I should have probably tried to figure that out. This is going to be the most expensive bottle on the list looking at everything right now.
Yeah.
I honestly have no qualms paying this price for it.
No.
I think for a cask strength rye, it's really hard to beat, maybe outside of Sagamore.
Yeah.
And I just think it's utterly fantastic. I mean, it's a bourbon drinker kind of rye.
Yep, so good. All right. Next on the list, JTS Brown, Bottle and Bond. I don't know that any list.
Cheapest bottle on the list?
It's probably
cheapest bottle.
Is the other one more expensive?
Yeah, that one's more expensive.
It's just a solid thing. I think this should be a staple on everybody's bar.
I agree.
It has all the right, it's cheap, and it's got the right spiciness to it to help you experience. I don't know, spicy in a good way. The
fact that this bottle is so cheap, and you can mix it, do cocktails, drink it neat, drink it on the rocks, and it's great. However you want to drink this.
However you want to drink it.
This is literally great in any way, shape, form, and it's less than $20.
Less than $20.
So,
next is Maker's Mark Cellar. I'm just kidding. Maker's Mark cask strength.
The hate we would have gotten.
This is just, again, I think if you're looking to experience Maker's Mark in a really good way, from an entry-level bourbon standpoint, from an everyday drinking bourbon standpoint, this is about the best go-to you can get in that sense.
I think without question, this is one of the most underrated bourbons that's on the market today.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people skip over this for other, higher proof stuff, or they're going to chase after something Buffalo Trace we did, or whatever it would be. And I think most time this can only do just as well as what any of those other ones are. I think this can beat a lot of things. So I understand there is some difference between batches and stuff like that, but I do think legitimately this is great.
Maker's knows weeded.
Sure.
They know it. Backwards and forwards. All right, this is the Knob Creek 9-year 100 proof.
Almost did the cask strength.
Almost.
I know you like that one probably a little bit more than this one.
I do like it a little bit more, but that's...
I think that I don't think that one's as available, or at least...
You're right, it's not.
It's not always as available, but this one is. I think this punches up so stupidly well.
It does.
And I'm shocked at how well it does in punching up in blinds and stuff like that. It was almost like it was designed to be a cheap bottle to do really well in blinds.
Yeah, it does a good job, for sure. Next on the list is the Jack Daniel's Bonded. Just a really good, solid, everyday, available everywhere now. Like when it first came out, it was available for a minute, then wasn't available for a while. But now this and the triple mash, they sit on the shelves and they are readily available. Yeah. And at 30, what was this, 32, 34, 36, somewhere right there.
40 something.
Was it 40? Is it that much now?
I can't remember. I feel like around
again,
40.
it's still affordable, and you're getting the just a great Jack Daniel's product with it.
Agreed. If you like a darker profile on a bourbon, like caramel, chocolate, marshmallow, stuff like that, like a heavier kind of like dessert, this is your go-to bottle right here.
Yeah. Next on the list is probably the second most expensive bottle on the list.
Yeah, I think so.
Is the John J Bowman single barrels. This is my jam, 100%. This is about as perfect of a everyday bourbon that you can get.
It is money, and it's a really good replacement for an E.H. Taylor single barrel.
This might be one of the harder ones to get in our area because It's just not. It's just not readily available for us.
For sure it is.
So when I see them, I usually buy them. So I have 3 or 4 of these because like I just don't know how often it's going to come around, and I don't want to run out.
Sure.
So that's why I kind of try to keep buying them.
Again, this is great. I could sit there and just back everything that Dave just said about it because I agree with him. I do wish that these were more available for us.
Yeah, for sure. Cooper Craft is the next on the list. This is the 100 proof, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I only get the 100 proof. I don't even know if they're still making the...
Yeah, I'm not sure
I don't know if it was like an 86 proof or whatever. Don't get that bottle.
And we've talked about this in the past. We've talked about several of these in the past. But they just do such a wonderful job with their 100 proof bourbon. Just so good.
I mean, it's a Brown Forman product. Yeah. It's right up our alley.
Yeah.
With that kind of profile. And they do something weird with the barrels. I forget they like carve out the inside of some to make to where there's grooves in there so the whiskey gets more. I forget the name of it. My bad. But anyways, I just think it's excellent. And
they put cats in the barrel and the cats scratch the. Maybe not. Maybe that's not what they did.
Cats.
It's where you get the flavor from.
I'm gonna take this off the list now.
All right. Next on our list is the Michter's Small Batch.
Bourbon.
Was it? Oh yeah, the Small Batch bourbon. Sorry, bourbon. Honestly, any of the what I would call standard Michter series are all really good.
They are.
They're all really good. They're all in that same general price range. $45 to $60, depending on if you get it from the distillery or you get it from the store, whichever way it goes, or you have to get one in a bundle and then you don't really know how much it is. However it goes.
It ain't cheap.
No, it's definitely not cheap in a bundle. But these are just really good everyday drinkers. I use my Michter Small Batch as a mixer a lot when I'm making old fashions. When I don't do that with Woodford Double Oak. For those of you who watch the channel at all, yeah, that's a running joke. But it's just really solid. Like I love Michter's. Michter's is probably in my top 3 of distilleries.
Oh,
just
for
love
sure.
them, so
no, they do an excellent job with their small batch bourbon. And for whatever reason, like whenever I talk to people about it, and they're talking about bottles to get, I feel like sometimes this kind of gets forgotten about in the grand scheme of things. And like everybody knows, like hunt for those M10s, hunt for those Toasteds, whatever. But it's like, don't sleep on this because this is just as good. It's excellent.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just going to do them both at the same time.
Yeah, that makes
Probably makes sense. These, I mean, what else do you say? You know our love for Bargetown. You know our love for what they did with these 2 bottles of introducing an entry-level bourbon to the bourbon world, so that I just think they did such a good job with both of these. Both of these are wonderful, and what they did, I think, to expose more people to Bargetown was the best thing that they did last year.
Oh yeah,
single barrels is a close number 2, but I feel like these 2 were like the best thing that they did.
Well, I mean, you could argue Disco 11, but.
Again, that's just a one-off. Yes, I mean it did make our top 10, but I'm just saying from a distillery standpoint, the fact that they released these.
So I agree. Bargetown came out last year and said we can be a big boy distiller who produces all of this amount of liquid, and then we can put out something that is $45.
Yeah,
and it's not only a very reasonable price at $45 with a 6-year age statement.
Yep.
And with all, like they put their mash bill on the side and they do everything. So they're fully transparent. But it's actually legitimately really great stuff.
Yes.
Like they did an excellent job with it all the way around.
Good.
So, you know, to give Bargetown credit on that, it just shows like, yeah, they can do the high-end stuff really well. They can also do the everyday shelfer stuff really, really well.
Yeah. All right, and then last on our list is the Old Granddad Bonded. This one is probably the one I'd drink the least of on this entire list, but it still holds up as a good everyday drinker.
You know what's hilarious? I drink this so much more now than I do my Old Granddad 114. I used to drink the Old Granddad 114, but ever since we did that blind where you had to go through and you did a blind of every price tier, it just ruined me.
Yeah.
And so, but I still go back to this every once in a while. It's just excellent whiskey. It punches up a little bit during the winter. It punches down a little bit in the spring, summertime. So it's like this weird whiskey just kind of fits all categories.
Yep.
I think it's excellent.
I agree with you. I think it's good. All right. Well, that was our list of everydays for 2024. Tell us what's going to be in your everyday list. We love to hear that stuff. We like the interaction. And until the next time,
we'll see you.
We'll see you.